football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down. On 2nd and 7. Haskins. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
To Chris Godwin.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Penalty, Chubb, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
You're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
First down at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A gain of 5 brings up.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
At the 39-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run with Pollard. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
At the Eagles' 9-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Raiders nothing.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss.
And now look at him go. The 40, past the 20.
Go time, baby.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 93 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A good play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end fan. And they'll get this down to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That's out to the left and complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. KJ Hamler. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are back within a score. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Raiders 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd
on 2nd and 9. Haskins. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
23 yards. First down, Eagles.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Gold is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coach.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 26-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Gold is able to put it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
He's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw, I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll fire deep for Rager. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. K.J. Hamler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Eagles 20, Raiders 14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and this carries into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
There's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
The 22-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
2 yards.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, You're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and quick plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The pass.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out, they'll try to increase the pressure.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
22 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, Haskins looking downfield for Godwin.
But you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. 20! And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. K.J. Hamler, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Raiders 24, Eagles 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers his score.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
On the tackle.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A loss of a yard.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
13 yards.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
1st down, Eagles.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
The Eagles.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Over 1st and 10. at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And it's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Take it into the end zone for a Raiders touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score the points,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll find Miller. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Pollard. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
He's got his tight end Fant, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Curtis Samuel. Incomplete.
Marlin after the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Eagles 34.
Interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.